win it for Arsenal. We are very early into this season, but how pivotal could that be?
Yeah, already it seems a huge result, and you could just feel the tension building up in the stadium, couldn't you? The longer the game went on, and we had Leicester done at half-time, didn't we? We saw no way back for them, so they deserve great credit for coming back into that game and making it very, very difficult for Arsenal. But how many times over the years have we said about teams that go on to win the Championship, they somehow find a way to win a game, and Arsenal have done exactly that today. Yeah, and Leicester supporters looking at that result who've not seen the game might have a very different opinion of the way that second half.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Leicester at half-time, as we both said, it was keep the score down, you know, because you're going to be in a relegation fight all season. But the way they character they showed, and the goals, obviously Justin, 2 goals. Second goal was one of the picks of the weekend. It's an unbelievable strike from Justin on off the post. But you see, as you said, Arteta sort of smiling at the end. I think it was a nervous smile, because I actually think they've got away with one there, and that. That's probably me being slightly biased towards myself, but that was a nervy performance. You know, 2-0 half-time at home to Leicester. Should have been 4 or 5 second half, but Hermansen, the goalkeeper Leicester, was brilliant today, I might add as well. Some brilliant saves from him. But again, you know, as Al said, you're going to win the Premier League. You need a bit of luck, you need a bit of something to go for you in injury time, and they got that today, Arsenal.
Yeah, and they keep going, don't they?
No, they do. They kept going, and again, it was another set piece for them. They're absolutely magnificent. Very, very difficult to stop. Gabriel earlier had one that he perhaps would have scored, but the keeper made a really good save. But they keep on going, and they put you under such pressure from those set pieces that eventually something will give, and it did.
Huge, huge result then for Arsenal, and a very hard one for Leicester.
But a big 3 points. Just how happy are you with today's win?
Yeah, I'm really happy with the performance. I think we deserved the win. We played really well. I think we suffered a bit, but I think we didn't deserve to suffer that much. But yeah, we won the game, and this is the most important thing.
A goal and an assist for you, your first Arsenal goal since March. Is there a sense of relief there? Back to your best? Yeah,
it is. It's always nice to score goals, and even more for us that plays up front. So really happy with the goal and the assist as well.
Level on points now with Manchester City at the top of the table. They dropped points earlier. I know it's early in the season, but are these the moments, the big moments that can make the difference come the end of the season?
We have to focus on ourselves, and that's all for every single game, and don't try to look at them, just do our job.
Did their job just in the end, but Leicester certainly did theirs in the second half at 2-0 down. Let's not forget James Justin, who'd only scored 2 career Premier League goals before today, managed to score 2 in less than 16 minutes to really change the script, Alan.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't see it coming at all, to be honest, but really got to give them credit. They work it well, get the block, got to get the connection like he did, and then all you're thinking, nah, that can't really happen, little bit of deflection, but you take that, then all of a sudden the confidence and the mood changes in the stadium, not only from fans, but obviously from the Leicester players as well. Then they get a little bit of belief.
Yeah, selection of Havertz here, but this is the goal I was talking about before the break, Steve. This is phenomenal. I think this is one of the goals of the season. Look at the technique in that. He hits it with the outside of his foot, Steve, angle behind the goal. It's bending, sort of starts outside the post, bends in. It's a brilliant strike. I don't think he'll ever hit a ball better than that, ever. Phenomenal goal from Justin as a right back.
What a strike. I mean, the way he gets it and the fade and the cut on it, I mean, it's absolute perfection.
We discussed the refereeing decisions in our first game of the day. We have to discuss an important one here at 2-1. Calafiori is on a yellow card. This is with 20 minutes to go at 2-2. Could he have been booked?
Well, I think he's lucky, and again, Leicester's a smaller team, and this might go under the card. But this, for me, is a yellow card. He's clearly took him out, Steve. I think it's a yellow card. Sam Barrett, the referee, said no. I mean, Buonanotte gets booked because he gives the signal like that, and that's the right decision as well. You can't do that, but I think he's got away with one there.
I think that's an awful decision. You can clearly see Calafiori stick his leg out. Deliberate trip, yellow card it should be, absolutely. It's such an important point of the game, and to rub salt into the wounds, Buonanotte gets a yellow card instead. Look, he sticks his leg out. It's a deliberate trip. all day that's a yellow card.
Well, it was a superb advert for Premier League football.
Yeah, you can't have too many defeats like that, because unfortunately the scar tissue kind of builds up. Of course, he has to be positive going into that Leicester dressing room, and understandably so, the kind of determination which they showed. Some great individual performance. Christian, I thought, at left back was absolutely outstanding. And Didi, second half as well, really kind of stood up. But
James Justin, 2 goals. The goalkeeper was amazing. They had a lot of heroic performances.
Yeah, exactly. So you've got to try and build on that. He's no other option then to do that. But yeah, like Damien says, Arsenal that second half wasn't perfect. I wouldn't accuse him of switching off second half. Just give Leicester credit for crawling kind of back into the game. But then again, recognising the position they were in and actually taking a big step forward and saying, no, this game's not getting away from us collectively. Let's push. We're going to find this winner by hook or by crook.
Well, we were bigging up the Arsenal set pieces pre-match, and they had so many of them. They got one to count in the end, but it was Leicester who scored off one early in the second half.
Yeah, devil's always in the detail. Kai Havertz-Mees a fault here. Look at him, Owen. He's a yard and a half deeper than every other Arsenal defender. Look at him there, and that's important because the ball's going to come into his area. He just can't get to the pitch of the ball because of the fact he's a yard and a half deeper. That's the kind of detail that I'm talking about. No chance for Raya in the goal.
I'll be curious as to why Kai Havertz is in that position. That is such an important position. Second man in. First man is the most important. Next most important is second. Why Havertz is in that area, I've no idea, because he just switches off. He wanders deeper than everyone else, and then that gap between Rice and I think it was Saliba, as Kenny said, the ball came in there.
Yeah, the set piece coach is getting bigged up a lot. It's obviously his job to sort it out defensively as well in a a situation like that, is it? Or do you just have to, a player should just know?
Yeah, he was nowhere to be seen, the Arsenal set piece coach.
He wasn't inside Arteta.
Yeah, he was having a shower. He was having a shower in the dressing room. No, you're absolutely right. You've got to be just as exact in terms of how you defend it. I'm always uneasy. You encourage too many of your forward attacking players into the penalty box. Not quite as switched on. I can understand why he's there. He's a big physical presence. He's a decent head of the ball. Not aggressive, no. And obviously in terms of his positional sense there, wasn't right.
To be fair to Leicester, they had a few half chances, a few decent chances, so they were knocking on the door a little bit, and they got there. I don't hear anything about bad defending for their second goal because it's a worldie by Justin.
Like Leicester came out, got the goal, and then they were really pressing. And it's a great breakaway. It actually came from the goalkeeper starting it, and they go the full length of the pitch, and it's a hopeful ball in more than anything else. Calafiori just overcovers. Helps Gabriel with Buonanotte, just takes a step too far. Trossard can't get there, but you can't legislate for a finish like that. First time on the full volley, the spin that he manages to create, the pureness of that strike this is the angle. Like the spin on that ball to get in off the post was superb. And 2-2, what a game.
There's nothing better than one in off the post.
No, there is. But Damien references there, Calafiori, one step too many. That's what it's about. Defending.
I said I didn't want to hear about that.
No, you're going to get it. No, you're going to get it. We gave him the big up at half time, and rightly so. He's a wonderful talent. But these are the basics. These are fundamentals in defending. One big step there back towards James. He actually flicks that over the Leicester players' head. That's just a fact. You know what I mean? That's the defending at the elite level.
I'll play devil's advocate here because as a left back, you want to help out your centre back, right? So as that cross is coming in, because it was so far away on the touchline, slim chances going to go at the back. So you take a step, think, going to help Gabriel, but then the ball just picks up flight, and all of a sudden oh no, I'm caught in a bad position. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't, because if he stays with his man and says I'm all right, Jack, and Buonanotte pulls off the back of Saliba, you're pointing the finger at Calafiori.
They're great goals to watch, those ones, because you can see it coming, and is he going to execute it? He did. Arsenal had a load of chances from then on, and I don't know, James Justin scores 2 goals, probably not even their best player though, because the keeper Hermansen made some inspired saves for a while.
We weren't sure what to label this, good Arsenal attacking player or goalkeeper. I think we've got to give it to the goalkeeper, because Arsenal are going to create this type of pressure. My goodness, he made some saves, and not just routine saves. He made superb saves. Gets a little bit lucky there with that one off the post, but the kitchen sink is coming out from Arsenal. Ball gets cooled, but this is a good save. Look at that. I mean, listen, Havertz 3-4 yards out on a volley. Not sure hitting the ball into a 3v1. I'm not sure Winks wanted that, but he redeems himself. Give O'Coley credit. He helps that the shot had to go near post. Nice strike here. This is a crisp save as well. Standard one for him. But he was superb, and Arsenal really throwing the kitchen sink at this stage.
Yeah, he was kind of very composed. Not just that, actually started the season very well. I've been impressed with him. A little bit too composed when he was actually playing out. We saw a few examples of that, but yeah, it looked as if he was going to be the hero this afternoon, but wasn't meant to be.
Not quite, no. In the end, Trossard owed his manager one. You said it. I think it was half time. Definitely delivered it.
He certainly did, yeah. Must have been tempted maybe to take him off in the latter stage. He didn't. He stuck with him. And we speak about the set pieces like Gabriel attacking that back post area. but we don't speak about this. This is deliberate as well, keeping Trossard behind any kind of ball over here. Arsenal have a player the outside of the 6-yard box. Look at Trossard just drifting in there. That's not instinct. Again, that's worked on the training pitch. He can't score from there. All he has to do is put it back into the danger area, keep his fingers and toes crossed, and somebody gets the deflection. That's exactly what happens.
I'm really interested in Harry Winks' position around the back post, because he locks on with Calafiori, and yes, he's man marking him. I don't know if we can get that an angle of that running again, and he just locks onto him. He must know Trossard has drifted off the back of him. That's why, as a defender, if that was me or Kenny, you'd have your man and you pick up the flight of the ball, then you can go and leave your man because you know it's beating the lot of you. You have to know Trossard is behind you. Sometimes you can get into this idea of, that's my man and he's not scoring and I don't care about anything else. I just think maybe he should have picked up the flight.
If we are able to show it again, we might do, because I thought it was interesting as well that Justin, we've seen that run so often from Gabriel where he steams in and he's basically unmarked at the end, whereas Justin stayed with him and did what Kyle Walker should have done last week. So you must think from a Leicester point of view, we have this sorted here.
Yeah, it's Harry Winks here at the back. You'll see Trossard drift, and Harry Winks is with Calafiori. I mean, he sees the flight of that ball. He can unlatch from Calafiori there and go and get a header on that. You know, the only thing I can think is that he doesn't know that he's there. But there, he must pick up the flight of that ball. You have to. I know he's not a defender, but if it was a defender or a centre back, you must know Trossard is there, and you detach from Calafiori and go and get a flick on. James Justin, you're right, gets right into Gabriel's chest, face, and doesn't let him get off the ground. So
so we speak about natural defender. First goal in terms of 2 yards deeper. Winks there again, get locks onto Calafiori, but at some stage you recognise the flight of the ball. It's going to beat you both. So at some point he's not the danger. Yeah. Again, he only has to take 2 steps to his right, and he goes and engages Trossard there. Maybe gets the block himself. So again, devil in the detail.
Okay, hope we're all keeping up here. This is quick fire post-match analysis. Havertz 4-2, initially disallowed for offside, but you called it straight away. It came off the Leicester defender, so no problem with this goal.
No problem. I don't think it really mattered. He was frustrating for the whole of the game. Havertz had one of those games, and he just want to kind of shake and like in a dream-like state for most of the game. I thought Jesus could have got his head up earlier here and made the pass. It's a good save from the keeper. I actually think James, if he stays away from the ball here, the keeper actually pulls it into his body, but eventually Havertz gets his goal. I don't think it mattered in the context of the game, but yeah, what a way to finish.
It matters. Kai Havertz, I suppose, another goal for him.
Yeah, nice easy tap in for him. VAR correctly intervening there. That's why we can argue the details of VAR, but there are some good things as well with it.
There has been a bit of a, Arsenal fans might argue this point, but a bit of a discipline issue with Arsenal. They've been getting red cards. They might feel like they're the only ones getting punished for certain incidents, but in this case you feel they might be lucky to have.
I think Calafiori's lucky
he's
one here.
Booked here.
That's his first one.
That's his first one, and I think his second one is worse than his first. He should go here, but I think Arsenal, with the amount of, I suppose, the injustice they'll say, I don't think it was, with the Declan Rice and the Trossard and the false red cards. A lot of money went on last week, but they certainly got away with one there, so they have to be fair when you see that back.
To be fair to Arsenal, though, Skip, was a similar one laid on, was there not, where he was on the book?
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about comparing to. You have to look at that one in ice. I think 4 out of 5 referees give the yellow card.
But I'm saying the Skip one it should have been a second yellow as well.
Yeah, it could well have been, but that happened early in the second half. And like I said, I think most referees would have taken it yellow. I understand why he actually didn't, and it's because the recovery position of Partey on the inside. If he stays on his feet there, for me, Partey takes the ball. If Partey's not there and he's driving to the edge of the penalty box with an opportunity to shoot or make a pass, absolutely.
There's a Celtic game on the way, so we better wrap things up. There you go.
Against who?
St Johnstone. There you go.
Fair play.
Yeah,
fair play.
In the Premier League. Thanks, Damien. Thanks, Kenny. Tried to catch me out at the depth there, Kenny. We'll talk to you again on Tuesday night for a Champions League game, and it's Arsenal again. Take care. And shaping up to be a very good day for Arsenal indeed. Kenny, first of all, Man City dropped points earlier on, and a fairly serene first half performance from Arsenal, I think.
Yeah, comfortable, but they made it comfortable by the way they started the game. Good tempo, moving the ball quickly, really kind of switched on, concentration levels good. Back forward at it, midfield too, that kind of 6 behind the ball, no problems whatsoever. And I wouldn't say it's been perfect higher up the pitch in terms of their finishing or the quality of their football in the final third, but yeah, you did feel that kind of goal was coming in. Trossard, who I feel kind of owed his manager and his teammates after that act of indiscipline last week up at the Etihad, came up with the all-important second goal.
He got the second goal. Martinelli got the first one. And I'd say if Arteta was to pick any attacking player to get one, it might be him, because they need a few more goals out of him his first season.
Yeah, he's had a lacklustre start to the season, but he's in the team and he's done well today. We did miss him. There is a question of a foul here on Vardy.
Yeah, we'll come back to this. We'll show a couple of replays.
I don't think it's a foul, to be honest with you. And Arsenal play on, and they work it really well. Timber, a little give and go, and then it's Saka picking up the ball. driving with it, lovely little overlap from Timber, and that's a great little ball. Penalty spot, and Martinelli. Coaches are always coaching this now. When you get in these positions, penalty spot, attackers know what's coming because the defenders always go back and defend the goal. So there'll always be one, if not two players getting back for those pullbacks. It's very, very hard to defend, and it's a super finish here. He just pulls off. And a nice, neat and tidy finish.
So what's that? You're saying the attacker is told to step back a few yards?
Well, yeah. I mean, very rarely now, when you look at Leicester, they plant all their big bodies along the 6-yard box. If you cross the ball and it's going to get cut out, it has to be a very delicate one to beat the defenders. So invariably they say pull backs, because if a midfield player is a little bit late tracking back, that's where the space is.
That's exactly what happened. Skip for the first goal there that we saw, not sensing the danger and recovering over 5-10 yards quicker. And Wings for the second goal as well, the exact same thing. Not sensing the danger, not having that kind of defensive kind of mentality to get back quickly.
Damien didn't think that was a foul on Jamie Vardy in the build-up. What did you think?
Yeah, I'm not shouting and screaming about it. I thought it was a foul. He done well, put his body between Saliba and the ball. See Saliba's right arm comes in. There's a bit of a drag on the shoulder there. Vardy feels it. Kind of makes a bit of a drama out of it, just that right arm coming. I thought it was a free kick, but like I said, I'm not shouting.
Could he have made more of a drama? Maybe if you go down there, the referee.
Yeah, you can't put goals back for that, and it happened 70 yards away.
They did have a look at it. The VAR had a look at it though, so you would lead you to believe they would have disallowed it if
it happened on the edge of the box, and all of a sudden someone got a shot off within 2 or 3 seconds of that foul, you'd say fair enough. But there was enough phases of playing, it went down long enough that you can't pull goals back.
I think you're right. I think if they'd have thought that was a foul, they would have pulled it back, and this is going to be an issue going forward. How far are we going to continually go back? If it's going to be 30 seconds, it's going to be a minute and a half prior to the goal is scored. Where is that line going to be that you're going to draw in the sand?
Leandro Trossard, you said he owed his manager one. Well, he gave him one today.
Yeah, he did. He's been at it. We know his limitations. Not the greatest athlete, the quickest over the ground, but he's a smart operator. Look at that pocket of space. We spoke about it. With the hold of midfield. Look at Winks there in the centre of the pitch, like ambling back. Trossard just walks in front of him. That's huge. Not having that kind of defensive mentality, Winks. But from Trossard's point of view, knows exactly what he's doing. It's not an easy finish, that the ball coming across your body there. You have to get it right. Knows exactly what he's doing, just kind of cushioning inside the far corner.
It's a difficult one for midfield players. You can criticise Winks there for that, but he can only go so far unless he goes into his back four. So at some point he will release the player into his back four. It's a tiny pocket of space, and that's what coaches have pinpointed as an area of weakness. Can you get the balls in there? Because that's where the grey area, it's Winks and it's the back four. It's a little bit in between, and that's what they found.
Before, I know what you're saying, it was just before the grey area for mid. He has to track that run. He takes another big step forward, then you're looking for the centre half to take the step out and deal with him. But I still felt it was his responsibility there to track it as far as he can.
But then you see, like, if he tracks that another 2 yards and the ball gets pulled back another step, Arsenal will have someone like Declan Rice in the edge of the box. So
that's a harder finish, though. But that's the percentage.
But I mean, as a midfield player, you're thinking, right, I've gone far enough now. My back four have to do their job. I'm sorry, you deal with him, because I got someone else on the far side of me. How do you end up with Winks in the back four?
But you're going to give Trossard a free hit from 8 yards, you're going to give Declan Rice a free hit from 18 yards. That's the decisions that you have to make constantly during that. It's not easy because they're under pressure, they're under the cosh on the edge of the penalty box. Balls are coming, combinations 1-2. You have to make quick decisions all of the time. I understand that. I just felt he got that one wrong. Winks, he's not a natural defender. Don't be surprised.
Their Arsenal summer signing, Ricardo Calafiori, had his big moment against Man City last week, and has he kind of picked up where he left off there?
Well, I tell you what, first half of football, what a way to introduce yourself to the Emirates. Starting off with this blistering tackle, fans want to see that, and I tell you, he's been more than competent on the ball as well, drifting into that midfield spot as a playmaker, so to speak. But then when he does get over on the left wing, he's capable of dribbling at pace with the ball, playing given goals, sliding passes in. This is what I'm talking about with him in the defensive midfield role. He's a playmaker, he's comfortable on the ball, he's athletic. Look at the size of him. Real impressive specimen of a midfield player. This is what I really like. Just a little step right past him, draws the foul. Didi picks up the yellow card, and this as well. Look at the way he moves his feet to read that. Nick it off Winks, goes again, doesn't stop, goes again. And when he's in there, he's thinking, I'm already in there. I want to just foul him now. It gets the crowd going. As an Arsenal fan, you want to see your new signing deliver a first half like that.
And this is the beauty now of Calafiori and Timbers playing the same role on the other side of the pitch. Very comfortable in that area of the pitch, but also when they turn over the ball and they have to drop into their normal defensive position, they can defend. These lads are defenders, they enjoy the defending, and you can trust them in 1v1 situations. Couldn't trust Zinchenko for 2 years in terms of the quality of his defending. Without having this constant argument with Trent, how good he is in those central midfield positions. Can he defend? No, but these two lads can do everything.
Arsenal fans are going to like what they've seen in that first half from Calafiori. Second half on the way.